All right, let's dive into the mobility routine that I got set up for you guys. So I highly recommend that you do this barefoot. It's very important to do more stretching and working out barefoot. I wish the Y had different rules, but sometimes we gotta play by the rules. But why is barefoot important? So sometimes mobility can be dictated by a flight or flight response from your central nervous system, basically meaning that if you say you have really tight hamstrings, your brain is basically shutting it off and won't let you go to a certain range of motion because it doesn't feel comfortable. It's meant to keep you safe, even though if you're really tight, that is not a good thing. But that's just how the body works. So there's a lot of proprioceptors at the bottom of your feet, and the more connected we can stay to the ground, the more stable, the more comfortable the body and the mind will feel. So if you have really big, thick shoes when you work out, you're going to feel a little bit more unstable, and that just kind of adds like a snowball effect of keeping the body tight and secure, so the brain feels secure. So the first part of the video is going to be circles. Your joints really like circles. Say like your wrist. If I just bent my fingers back and forth, you might feel a pretty good stretch. But when you actually do more of a wrist mobility, or wrist circles, excuse me, it will have a higher impact over time. And studies are starting to show that more and more. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do circles, starting our head from our head all the way down to our ankles. I added in some other things in that first part. Should take about 3 minutes. So don't worry. Hopefully the camera angle is good. I will double check that at the end of it. Make sure you can actually tell what's going on. And then we're going to end with a 2-set rotation of hip flexors plus rotation. Toe touched overhead reach, and thread the needle. All three of these should look really similar. You know how to do them, and they should be pretty simple. I'll have to move my phone around a little bit, hopefully not too much, so it keeps it more flowing. So just one round of the circles, and then I'll kind of keep explaining things as we go. So here we go. So like I said, we're going to do circles with the head. First, we're just going to look side to side. Don't force it, just I can feel some tightness right here in my neck, so I'm not going too far beyond that, so I'm just trying to wiggle around and get in some mobility. About 5 aside. I'm just going to tuck the chin back and forth, 5 each. I won't be counting exactly because you know I don't count repetitions. And then we're going to do a figure 8 drawing with your chin. So it looks like a sideways number 8. So I'm trying to draw that with my chin. I'm going about 3 to 5 one way, and then you're going to reverse it 3 to 5 the other way. And if you feel any pain, just don't do it. But you shouldn't. There should be a difference between feeling stiffness and maybe having some pain to actual like a sharp pain that's not good. So you should just stop that movement if that happens. So next, we'll work on the shoulders. So we're gonna do both at the same time. Get your money's worth. 5 one way, and then 5 the opposite way. But the bigger the circles, the better. More your joints will like that. And then we're going to do some single arm shoulder circles. 5 one way, 5 the opposite. That was only 3. So maybe I'll do a couple more on this side. Boom. Same thing with the other side. Now you don't have to do exactly like me. You don't have to have your hand like this. It's just me being me. Just take your time with it. Make sure you're breathing. Definitely don't want to hold your breath. That's going to be the worst thing about doing mobility is not breathing. Next is going to be elbows. So I'm going to turn like so. I'm going to grab my tricep. I'm trying to draw a circle through this joint. So bring it to me and around. It's a little funky. might take you a few tries to get this one. Here is just making sure I'm not moving my arm through my shoulder joint. I'm trying to target my elbow. So don't punch yourself in the face like I've done before. You know, keeping the repetitions between 5 and 8. I mean, you can do as many as you want. Really, saying more the merrier applies to this, but okay, let's work on the wrist like we did before. We're trying to draw big circles through that wrist. 5 one way, and then 5 the other way. And the bigger we can make them, more stretch I feel through my wrist joint. Okay, let's work on some spirit fingers. I'm a grown man doing spirit fingers alone in my room. Next, I'm gonna try to pull my fingertips back as far as I can. And I'm gonna make a fist, squeeze, get the forearms going, and then relax. And we're already at 6 minutes. I've done about 2-3 minutes worth of mobility so far, so it might actually be longer than what I initially said was 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, now we're gonna do some hip circles. I like to have my hips like we're doing a hula hoop. Hopefully your significant other isn't walking into the room while this is happening, because it's gonna look pretty weird. Okay, I'm gonna do 3 to 5 reps. Again, next one gives you a little visual. It's called Power Down Robot. So I'm basically gonna take my shoulders off to one side. I'm gonna lead with the opposite side of what I turn to. So if I rotate to the left, I'm gonna lead with my right shoulder. And you can bend the knees just slightly. And I'm just going down and then coming around. And starting again, boop, power down. Now I'm trying to draw a circle through my lower back. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Ideally, we're keeping them locked. So I'm only gonna do 3 one way and 3 the other. That one feels pretty good. Now if you can get your knuckles to the floor, kudos to you. I'm just brushing my feet with that one. Okay, let's do change camera angles. I'm gonna do some knee circles. So you wanna start locked out, bend the knees, and then I'm gonna push them off to one side, come around. In between each circle, I want you to lock out your knees. Boop. Let's do one more. Boop. Last one, I'm gonna go the opposite direction. And this one I actually feel quite a bit in my ankles, but that's just me because I've got pretty stiff ankles. But I'm getting some good stretch through the knees. All right. Next one, if you need to hold on to something, I got a little desk right here that I'm holding on to. I'm doing some ankle circles, and again, the bigger the circle, the better. And you don't have to have the knee bent, you could just have it out just for this camera angle. I'm doing that. So, about 5 each way. Same thing the other side. Yeah, I was going to hear that clicking. Okay, so that completes the circle part. Now we're going to do toe touched overhead reach. So, reach down, arms to the side, come up, around. Just imagine my arms straight up, locked out, reaching towards the ceiling, coming back to the side, touch. And if you have proper breathing techniques and just try to relax into the stretch, you kind of notice that each time you go a little bit further, and this is another one where you can, depending on who you are, you can let the knees bend. If you're a little bit more flexible, you can keep them locked. Okay, I think that was about 5. Okay, next one is hip flexor. So the hip flexor, keep the weight in the back foot. It's very important, so I don't want to just lean forward. I want to keep the weight back. I want to tuck my hips underneath me and then drive. Now that'll get you a better stretch through your hip flexor. And we'll do about 5 to 8, just rocking back and forth. If you feel like you can, if you want to hold a little bit longer, that helps too. And then we're going to add in some rotation from this half kneeling position or hip flexor position. So just be careful rotating side to side. I almost fell over first time I went through this. Okay. Now we're going to switch. Again, weight in the back foot, tuck the tail, and then drive. 5 to 8. I'm going to speed this up. We're about 10 minutes. Okay. Rotate, rotate. And then we're going to do thread the needle. So if you start, again, in your half kneeling or hip flexor position, basically going to take this front foot and make a kind of a perpendicular angle with my hips. Hand's going to be on the ground, and from a different angle, it's going to look like so. I'm going to take my other hand, and I'm going to rotate through as far as I can, and when I rotate out, I want to drive through my planted hand to push this shoulder through. It's not just about reaching back, it's about driving that planted hand down. Important key with when you, especially when you rotate through, is this knee, if you have tight hips, is going to want to cave in. So you're going to do your best to keep that out. So I'm not doing this. I'm out, rotate, drive my hand here. I think my cat's about to say hello. No, he's going to hang out. Cool. Same thing here, not letting this knee cave in. I'm trying to drive my hand to push this shoulder through. More. Okay, I'm starting to feel pretty good right now. So you can probably do that whole thing twice if you want to. You can back with the circles. I know I said I only had to go through the circles once, or at least I think I did. Maybe in the first time I tried to record this, I only said the circles once, but you can do this whole thing a couple times. Should be good. You only have to do it once if you really want to. I think you'll feel the improvement if you haven't been doing anything. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, let me know. I'll create another one tomorrow. Probably do it in the morning, just so I like to do workout in the morning. You can do it any time, but it's kind of meant to get the heart rate up. See, I'm already sweating. Again, stay healthy, stay limber. Hope you're all doing well. Talk to you soon. Bye.